So we're looking at translators. The translator is something that turns something you can't understand into something you can understand. In computing, this means changing English, something written in English, a high-level language, and turning it into a low-level language, which is a binary or machine code. And then the computer can understand it. Humans write programs in high-level languages similar to English. It's easier for us to spot mistakes. Computers only understand binary machine code, ones and zeros, called low-level language. Binary is almost impossible to read, and it's very almost impossible to spot mistakes. So all programs need to be translated before they can run. So how are they translated? There's an interpreter and there's a compiler, which we've looked at. Describe the role of an interpreter. Pause the video, write your answer. The interpreter works by translating one line of code at a time. This means it can help the user identify coding errors. It points the errors out as you go along. If this method is used, it will need to be translated. The code needs to be translated every time it is run. And this means that an interpreter will need to be present in memory every time. So the first 2 points would be advantages, and the last 2 points would be disadvantages. Describe the role of a compiler. Pause the video, write your answer. A compiler works by translating all the code at once. The program is called the source code, and when it's been translated, it's called the object code. The object code can be saved and used over and over again. This means that the compiler does not need to be present in memory every time the program is run. But if changes are made to the program, it needs to be translated. So, if you've got a completed program, then the compiler is what you really do is you use the interpreter to write a program, and then at the end you use a compiler. So the compiler, all at once, it takes the source code, turns it into object code. You can resave the object code over and over again. You do not need to have the compiler in memory each time, which is an advantage. But if changes are made, then it will need to be retranslated.